everybody, welcome to Friday Nights with Emma. Hope everybody's okay and yeah, staying safe and keeping well and occupied and all of that good stuff. So I'm just going to let everybody have a minute to join. As usual, if you let me know you're there with a little thumbs up or a little heart or something. If I go away, which I shouldn't, you never know, just hit the refresh and the video will come back basically. So yeah, so how is everybody? What weird weather we've had this week. It's been sunny, cold, and then sunny and warm and then cold. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. I did catch up on one of my temperature quilts, so I've added a nice patch of warm, so I've got to catch up on the other one now to see how that develops. But yeah, so I'm getting out of the teal and into the warm colours, which is exciting. Oh, hi Terry. Hi. Oh, make sure I haven't seen all the comments. So, oh, hi Debbie. So I thought tonight we'd do something a little bit different. Hi Debbie. Hi Sharon. And tonight I'm going to show you, which you might have already seen already, but bear with me. If not, Chicken Pincushion. So I have a couple of awesome blocks from my half square triangle quilt left over. Oh, hi Hilary. That I thought I would use up to make another pincushion, because you can never have too many pincushions. Hi Anne. So tonight will be relatively straightforward because for next week I have got plans. Hi Libby. Hi Anne. For a good how to use up scraps tutorial basically. So I have found a ton of really nice quilt blocks to use up scraps because I love scrappy quilts, but I have to admit I'm not a big fan of the scrappy quilts where you just, like a crazy quilt type of thing, where you just sew everything together and it's a big mishmash. Although those can be really pretty, I'm not the hugest fan. Hi Libby. Hi Anne. So what I've done is I found some really cool, nice, different quilt blocks to use up scraps. So between this week and next week, if you've got scraps or leftovers or anything like that, start thinking about separating them into colorways. So all your yellows, oranges together, reds together, blues, pinks, greens, creams, whites, things like that. And then also might think about within those colors, are there darker and lighter values as well? So yeah, I've got a lot of boxes of scraps that I haven't necessarily organized. Kaylee did go through them for me once and ironed everything, so they are nicely neatly piled, but they are not organized by color. So that's something I'm going to have to do. Oh, hi Anya. Hi Diana. Hi Susan. So yes, so start thinking about organising your scraps between now and next week, because next week I'll show you quite a few different blocks to use up your scraps with. So yeah, so that's the, oh hey Carol. So but tonight is going to be chicken pincushions, which I think are really cute. Hi Angie. Very quick and easy to do. This one's just a tiny one, but you can make them as big as you want. And this one, I think I did actually make the blocks, but if you've got leftover blocks from our project, you can always use those. Oh, hi Edna. Hi Joan. So tonight I have leftover half square triangle blocks from my quilt, which I actually have, if I can show you, it is actually up on my wall. So exciting. So yeah, I finished it and it's up and it's, yeah. So that's my inspiration of getting projects done basically. Hi Margaret. Hi Hilary. Hi Karen. Hi Sue. Yeah, chicken. So I've already pinned some bits on here, but I will take those off. Well, I'll show you what they are. You basically start with two identical squares, well, identically sized squares. You can have different quilt block. If you've got orphan blocks, you can use two different blocks. Oh, hi Julie. Hi Elizabeth. but they have to be the same size, basically. So both the same size. You can use just plain fabric, as long as both squares are exactly the same size. If you've got orphan blocks, you can use those. If one is slightly bigger than the other, you can always trim it down so that they are exactly the same size. Oh, hi, Jo. Oh, thank. Yeah, I do. I am quite chuffed with it, actually. It's one of my lockdown done projects, which I'm quite excited about. Oh, hi, Mum. Yeah. So what we need to do, start with your 2 squares, and then I've got some other squares here that I've got. I'll use my pincushion. Oh no, I've lost one. So you're going to need some pieces to make the beak and the comb. Sorry, excuse me while I go and retrieve my lost piece of fabric. There it is. Okay. So what I've done here is basically prairie points. So a prairie point is you start off with a square fabric, then you fold it in half that way to make a triangle, and then you fold it in half again so that all your raw edges are along one edge, and then everything else is just folded basically. So I've got 2 of those the same size. Those are going to be my comb. So I'm just going to nest that right into the other, and this is exactly the same way that if you wanted to do a prairie point, oh, that might be a good idea to do one day, prairie point on the edge of your quilt, you do those exactly the same. So you have to decide, where did I decide? I think I decided that was my top. So you've got to decide where your top of your chicken is going to be, the top part of its head. Oh, hi Sarah, hi Joy. Oh, I'm missing everybody. Hi Christine. Hi Princess. Oh, go down. I can't see everybody. Oh, there's Mum. Okay. Oh, hi Sarah. Hope everybody's bouncing. There we go. Hope everybody's okay. How's baby? I don't get to see my baby anymore. My baby, like my baby, it's going to be 26 next week. It's craziness. Oh, wait, I'm doing this wrong. So, when you pin these on, hi Amanda, you have to pin them on where you want them to be. It's going to be on the top of the head, so the back of the head. So that's going to be my back of the head, which is that part basically. And you need to pin them so that they're pointing inwards. We pin them and then I'll show you. Actually, I'm going to put them that way. And at least 1/4 inch from the corner, otherwise they'll get lost in the seam basically. So just pin, pin, pin. Now you can actually use felt or anything for this part. It's just to make it look like it's got a comb. But I'm using, so this one I've got a bigger square for this one, which I've folded to make a prairie point, and then I folded it again because I wanted a bit more of a pointy beak, although I guess I could have done it the other way. So this I'm going to pin. Right, so you see my combs, I pin them starting at least 1/4 inch from the corner, otherwise that's where my seam's going to be. And then this one I'm going to pin probably about there, facing inwards. Yeah, it is overlapping because it's a little bit bigger than I actually need, so that's going to be trimmed off eventually. Let me just see, how do I want that? A little bit more. There we go. There. So I've pinned that in place. That's my beak. That's my comb, both pointing in. Oh, hi Sarah. Oh, yeah, she's moving. I saw that. I saw that. Good, 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 good. Yeah, it has gone really quickly though. I go up so quick. Oh, hi Della. Hi Shirley. Right, so that's my beak and my coxcomb. And then I'm going to just lay this on top, because that's going to be, oh, the other way, because I want my triangles to face the same way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew 1/4 inch in, so 1/4 inch seam allowance, all the way up here, pivot at the top, and all the way here. So I'm just going to sew 2 sides for now, this side and that side. So I'm going to sew over my beak and over my comb. Oh, hi Susan. So let me just do that. Find my foot pedal. There it is. Hold your strings. Do you hold your strings now, Sarah? Did you see what I said to you about that? Take my pen. Pivot around. Take pin out, take pin out. There we go. Right then. So I have sewn over those 2 edges, you can see quite well. There's my beak sticking out, which I'm going to trim the excess off that. There we go. There. And then at this point, what you can do is, oh, sorry, when you feel it, can I do a call? Oh yeah. Yes, definitely. Give me a call. Anytime really, because not a lot going on at the minute. Oh, that's kind of good. I'm going to clip the corner. Yeah, not sub. Yeah, I know what you mean. So I'm finding that the top part is a bit bulky because it's not coming out just the top of the head. On this one, it's not coming out quite so well. So I'm just going to trim the bulk off that corner, just like that. Maybe trim these down a little bit too. There we go. So I can turn that around, and I want to turn it around just to see, kind of get the feel of what she's going to look like. And I want it to have a good little head there. So that's kind of what my chicken's going to look like. You can see better this side. So it's a little beak, and there's a little comb. Right. So push it back inside out. Oh, hi Lorraine. Pushing it back inside out. Now this is where my beak is, this is where my comb is. I'm now going to sew down this side, but I need to leave about 1.5 inches or so gap. I'm going to trim my dog ears when I'm thinking about it as well, because I've got that on from my blog. So this is a side that is directly opposite where my beak went in, so you can think of it as her back. Oh, wrong foot pedal. I'm just going to do a lock stitch at the gap on either side, or you can do a little backwards and forwards depending on what your machine does. There. Just going to clip the corner. So if I clip this, you'll be able to see. So I've sewn along there, and I've just left a little gap. You're going to leave a little gap, that's for stuffing basically. So I've got my 3 sides sewn. Along on the bottom, oh hi Atta, along the bottom you have to open it up like that and sew it in that direction. You can open up the seams, it'll help it lie flat. There we go, just like that. So I've opened up my seams on either side, because that'll help it. And so I'm just going to sew across there. And it's all still inside out at this point. Ooh, wrong foot. I was using my overlocker earlier, that's why I've got 2 foot pedals down below. I'm going to do a backwards stitch on this one. There we go. There we go. Just like that. Now we have to turn everything through that gap. So I did do a kind of a small gap, so we'll see how that all works out for me. Pull my beaks through. Should be okay if I just do it gently. So here she comes. Here she comes. Here she comes. Oh, hi Paula. Hi Karen. We're doing chickens. Got a chicken. Here she comes, here she comes, here she comes, gently, gently, gently. Hi Margaret. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Aha! There she goes, there she goes, there she goes. Just push our corners out. There. Back. There. There, that's what she kind of looks like. And I'm going to start to stuff her a little bit. I've got some stuffing right here. So you can either stuff it, this is toy filling, or this one I've actually stuffed with crushed walnuts. Oh, hi Sarah, have I been asked to make masks? No, but I have been asked to show, Dina asked me how to show her to make them. I've got some patterns. So yeah, I haven't. Yeah. I have to admit, I've been kind of sticking my head in the sand about the whole thing, just trying to get through it all, you know? Oh, here she comes, here she comes. Oh, hello, Simon. This is like roasting chicken, stuffing up a bum. This one's a little bit of a fat chicken. I can't seem to get her head. I want to get a bit more pointy. There we go. Using my scissors to push it up her head a little bit more. And she does need an eye. I've got some beads downstairs. I'll probably add a bead to her eye, but you can really do whatever you want for the comb. Like I said, felt, or another way that I've seen it done is just a folded up strip of fabric, so folded up lengthways and then folded so that the raw edges are actually sticking out this way. So when you put it together, when you pin it, you want to put your raw edges facing inwards and your folded edge along where the seam line will be. And then when you put it through, you just snip, 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 and you give her a little ragged comb, basically. Oh, I'm missing some... Oh, hi Elizabeth. Oh, that's a long story. Richard debated on stone quarter, which... But isn't... Right, it is. Yeah. Yeah, I'm staying out of it. Definitely. Oh, are you bashing your Tudor stash? Yeah. Although that is reserved, Shirley, for hopefully at some point, maybe if I've got time. I don't know. They're looking like they've just extended the the lockdown, so I might have time. My Tilda stash is set aside for recovering my rocking chair, so I might get round to that. One of my projects I really want to get done, and I'll definitely show you pictures of that when it's done. Ooh, there. I think she's looking pretty good. There she is. So I just have to, she's got a little hole at the bottom. One of the reasons I tried to do a little hole is because you have to hand stitch that shut, which yeah, I'll do later on tonight. And then I'll add some eyes to her as well. So yeah, so there she is. If you add, or you can add, it doesn't have to be crushed, these are crushed walnuts in this one, so this one's a little bit heavier. So this one's like a bit more of like a hacky sack type thing. But if you did put something a bit heavier in her, you could use her as pattern weight. If anybody does clothes sewing, where you put your pattern down and then you use your rotary cutter to go around, these make really good pattern weights. So yeah, it's a little chicken. Oh, hi Elizabeth, please post a covering of the... Oh, yeah. I will. I probably will, when I get around to doing it, which I'm hoping I will be able to do, I will post pictures. At the moment, it's still got its old covering on it. So I have to de-cover it all, which is a job and a half. It can go quite quickly, but I've got one at the moment that's on the go that I still need to get all of the staples out, which I might put on the back burner and just go straight to my rocking chair and get that one done. But yeah. So yeah, so there we go. That's it. So for next week, don't forget, next week is all about using up your scraps. So between now and next week, what I will do, and hopefully you will do too, is organise your scraps into colours. So all the greens together, all the blues, all the reds, all the oranges, all the yellows, all the pinks, all the creams and whites. And yeah, so the next week I will show you quite a few different blocks that you can use to use up your scraps. Either in the same colourway or different colourways, different values of the same colour. But yeah, so like I was saying earlier, when it comes to scrappy quilts, I'm not a huge fan of the just mishmash everything together. I do like to have some order, and the blocks that I found to use up scraps are really nice. I think you'll really like them, and there's some really interesting ways to use up your scraps so that it looks a little bit more cohesive than just everything but the kitchen sink thrown into it, basically. Oh, hi Shirley, what is your preferred light stuffing? Oh, this one is, I think, this isn't the one I have, this is the one that I got from America last time I was there. Because I was, what was I making? Oh, I was making agurumi crochet things, so I wanted to fill it. But I have got, I don't think I've got the packaging here. Have I? I don't think so. But it's a very similar stuff, and I have it on the website as well, which is the toy stuffing. And it's really nice because you can stuff it as much or as little as you want, and really sort of manipulate it into the corners, basically. Yeah, oh hi guys, thank you, thanks, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, something I thought would be light and easy for everybody today, something quick and easy that you can do, and it's got a bit of a belly. Yeah. It doesn't have to be pincushion, it could just be, yeah, just because people like chickens. A lot of people like chickens, don't they? So, just like that. So yeah, that's my one from earlier. Yeah, my Tilda. Well, they're both kind of Tilda, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Oh, hi Jane. I'm going to go soon, so... What time is it anyway? Oh, that's been really quick. So, sorry, that's been a quick and easy one this week. But yeah, next week will be lots of interesting things about scraps and a few different blocks that you can make with them. So yeah, so get organising and go get a glass of wine. I've got my grape juice with me here, and stay safe and have a good week and a good weekend, and I will see you next week. So take care everybody, and bye.